Hey, what's up everybody? Doing a review here of the Aqua Illumination Hydra 26 HDs and a par test. Now these came with my Red Sea Reefer Deluxe, two of them. I've had them for about 6 months now, and we're just going to walk you through some of the pros and cons and do a par test on what these things are actually putting out. Now at first glance, they're actually really good looking lights. They're compact, they're not heavy. With this system, I actually got the mounting kits with it. These are mounted almost 9 inches from the water line, but looks wise, they look great. I mean, there's 2 pucks on each light, so a total of 4 pucks, and just overall a really sleek looking light. And guys, just really quick, I want to apologize for the audio in this video. My mic's been acting up. But getting into the light has, these Hydra HDs have built-in Wi-Fi, which is really nice. You don't need anything extra to link them. And then there's an app, which is actually really nice too. It's really detailed. You can put it on from your PC to your iPad to your laptop, to your phone. So you can really control your lights from anything, anywhere in the house. So although all this controllability is awesome, it just sucks that they really don't give you any directions as to where to go with it. So you're kind of left on your own, scrambling online, doing your own research, and trying to find something that may or may not work for your tank. So everybody's tank's different. We have different measurements, different mounting heights for the lights themselves, different species that we want to keep. So although I can see that it's hard to pin down a starting point for everyone, some of the other companies like Ecotech, the Radions, they at least have a little bit more information on where to go, and I wish that would have been available for these Hydra HDs, because really I had to find everything out on my own, and which was great in a way because, hey, at least I learned a lot about lighting. But right out of the box, that's definitely a knock on them, and they're really powerful. A lot of people have actually lost coral underestimating these LEDs. So to not go through that myself, because I did see a few coral losing color because I didn't know what I was doing, a local reefer from the Chicago Forum let me borrow his par meter, and couldn't be more thankful to him. Now I don't know much about par meters in general. This is the one I used, and we kind of did a baseline on his system, and he's got a great system. So I kind of used some of the coral that I got from him and what they were growing under his tank to kind of set a benchmark for my own. So a quick disclaimer here, guys, do not take these par numbers to be accurate. I hope they're accurate, but again, I don't know much about that par meter. I, again, just using what he was growing his stuff under, which was growing great, and we took the same meter, we checked the par, at what that coral was growing under, and I'm really kind of basing, my setup and my program after that. I want a mixed reef, and, that's hard enough to keep as is, so, fine-tuning the lighting is really important. So for the par testing, there's a couple of things I did do. Number one, cleaned all the sides of the glass off. I used this little scraper that I had that actually the bolt fit into, which was really nice, and I just kind of went all around the tank. And now I didn't get footage of all the work I put into it, because it would just take forever and just be boring as hell. So I did cut that down quite a bit, but all of these measurements that you'll see, it took a while to really get an average and test and then retest and so on. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a couple of readings. So the first one was 20K spectrum at 30% output on the light, and this is what I was getting. Now I'll put my tank measurements and the mounting height and everything like that down below, but as you can see, even at 30% on 20K, it's putting out a lot of light, and it would be more than enough for an LPS softier, heck, even SPS, depending on how high up and close you are to the light. So the next little benchmark that I wanted to test for everybody was 20K spectrum at 100% intensity. Basically what that is I'm just moving over to 20K and turning it up to 100%. And you can see, like, when it was turned up to 100%, now you can't tell in the video, but it's really bright. You could probably grow SPS on the sand bed. And for that reason, these lights are really powerful, and really happy with that, really, because if you do buy these, you could probably grow anything under the sun that you would want to, and here are those numbers. You're reaching pretty high lights all the way at the bottom of the tank. And again, guys, these numbers are for my system, and this is the preset that I was running. It's a variation of a very popular preset that is going around, the David Saxby lighting system, and that was way too high because I did start bleaching some of my coral, so I dropped that down, edited it, and now with that system at 100% with no acclimation mode on, these are the numbers I got, which are still a little high for my tank, and I do need to fine tune those just a little bit. And guys, this is the reason why par testing is so important. You know, if you can find somebody that has a par meter or get one, you know, especially if you have LEDs, I highly recommend it. Definitely do it. Other than that, you know, you're just going off, hey, this doesn't look right in my tank, but it might not even be the lighting. It could be something else that's off in your water. But to get a good baseline on your LEDs and how much par you're putting out and how much light you're putting out and where you're placing coral according to that, you know, really kind of is priceless with these type of systems. So guys, in closing, that's it. These lights are good. They're great. They're powerful. Wi-Fi built in. The controllability is great. The power output is great. The look is pretty cool. You do get a shimmer, not too much of a disco ball. I'm really looking forward to seeing if BRS TV will, you know, test these lights, and this way I can compare, you know, what I got, you know, to them. But I do hope some of those benchmarks do help you guys. Definitely start out low, work your way up, get a par meter. But I wouldn't discourage you from buying these lights. You know, I just wish that in the future we have a little bit more guidance from Aqua Illumination on what we should be doing or different type of presets. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys liked it, hit the like button. Definitely subscribe, and you know, we'll keep reviewing things that I put on the tank. Catch you guys later.